morning. Today is March 13th, 2023, and I'm Caleb.
And I'm Harper. Here today's top headlines. Daylight savings time has begun, but why did we spring ahead 1 hour this weekend?
We also have a few more kindness shout-outs to give out. Our Raise Craze Kindness fundraiser ends this weekend, so let's get those acts of kindness on overload.
And we'll continue our Women's History Month info.
But first, here's a thought with today's lunch menu.
Good morning, I'm Atharv, and here's today's lunch menu. Today, we're having grilled cheese with tomato basil soup, classic kid lunch. Or if the time shifts has you feeling like it's too early for lunch, have a brunch kit. Either way, be sure to pick up your fresh fruit, veggies, and milk today. Back to you, Harper.
Thank you, Athar. You might be feeling sleepier today than you were last Monday. That's because between Saturday night and Sunday morning, we all shifted our clocks back 1 hour for daylight savings time. Daylight saving is a way to make better use of the daylight. The idea is to advance the clock by 1 hour so that there is more sunlight in the evening and less in the morning. But why? Where did this idea come from? Benjamin Franklin first suggested that the idea of daylight saving time. He got the idea while visiting France, where people would get up earlier and go to bed earlier in order to save on candles. However, it was in 1895 when the first modern-day invention of daylight savings time was proposed by George Hudson in New Zealand. It was later proposed in England by William Willett. In both cases, the idea was dismissed by the government. During World War I, the first country to implement daylight savings time was Germany. They implemented it to save on coal, so many other European countries followed. The United States adopted daylight savings time in 1918, since one of the main arguments for daylight savings is to save electricity on lighting at night. Many people feel we no longer need daylight savings. Lighting our homes uses very little energy today. In 2007, the United States extended daylight savings time. This moved the start date 3 to 4 weeks earlier from the first Sunday in April to the second Sunday in March. It also moved the end date back 1 week from the last Sunday in October to the first Sunday in November. A few places in the U.S. don't have daylight savings time. Hawaii, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and American Samoa don't use daylight savings time. Arizona is the only continental state to not use daylight savings, but the Navajo Nation is in northeast Arizona does. Maybe sometime all of our clocks will make sense.
And we have a few more kindness shout-outs today. Miss H gave me the trash can when I needed it, from Emma and 1H.
Caroline picked up paper and hung it back up in the hallway, Miss Ford, in 2F.
Colin showed me how to do something, from Brooklyn and 3B.
Natalie and 4M helped someone tie their shoe.
Miss Hayward threw away my tray from Charlie and 1H.
Hudson was tied to a mower by working with her during small group. Miss Ford and 2F.
I make my angel have a smile on her face every day from Oliver and 2L.
Ryan helped me get on the beanstalk challenge. Charlie and 1H.
Nyla, when I was squashed, she gave me her spot on the carpet from Italy and 2F.
Miss Mitchell helped me work in her class. Kyler and 3G.
Melody Lewis gave me a pink bracelet to wear. I love it. Miss Beth from the front office.
I brought Everly to her class. Harper and 2M.
Benson got my eraser from Madison and 2M.
Heaven let me get in front of her when someone cut in front of me. Zyla and 3M.
And now to Matthew with today's weather.
Thank you, Caleb. A storm will move through this area this evening and bring us a few remaining showers. The system will move offshore Monday evening and morning, and we'll start out our Monday cloudy with a few showers, but we dry out in the afternoon with more sunshine. Highs on Monday would be up to the mid to upper 60s. Chilly air will settle in behind the system on Tuesday, with highs only in the mid-upper 50s. Overnight lows will also be chilly in the 30s Monday night. The clouds to sunshine today with a high of 68 and a low of 39. Now to Bella with today's Women's History Month segment.
Today is in Women's History. We are celebrating someone who has guts, Shirley Chisholm, born on November 30th, 1924. Shirley Chisholm was the first African American woman to serve in the United States Congress. Shirley was actually a teacher first, an early education expert from New York City. Chisholm began working with political organizations. I cannot do this. And in 1964, won a seat in the New York State Legislature, representing her Brooklyn neighborhood. 4 years later, she was elected U.S. House of Representatives, part of our government that helps create laws. Shirley Chisholm was outspoken and brave. Instead of accepting her seat on the Culture Committee, even though she represented people from a city, she complained to leaders until they resigned her to Education Committee. when she was blocked from television debates after she detected to run for president. The first African American woman to do so. She fought for equal rights for women. Minorities, immigrants, and the poor, serving 7 terms. 14 years in Congress, Chisholm helped open up opportunities for people like President Barack Obama and Senator Elizabeth Warren. But she said she didn't want to be remembered as the first African American to do something. She wanted to be remembered as someone who has guts. She famously said, "If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring them a folding chair." Meaning that if you don't have a platform for your voice to be heard, make one. She died on January 1st, 2005, but she will be remembered as an amazing part of our history.
Hello, my name is Kenzie, and now you stand up for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the moment of silence. You may be seated. Birthdays today are Firaje and 5MA, Aiden L and KA, and Vihan and 1DA. Happy birthday. Come to the library and get your birthday pencil.
Beanstack prizes for last week's Read Across America challenges will be coming up soon, but the challenges last all month, so keep logging those minutes.
Teachers, keep giving Caught You Reading tickets.
I'm Caleb for ONN, and have a wonderful day.
And I'm Harper for ONN. Have a wonderful day.